Hi, I'm Margaret Miller, guide, physiotherapist, here to share with you lots of suggestions on what to do if you have knee pain, everywhere from looking after your quadriceps, stretching them through exercise, and then how you move. So let's start with looking after your quadriceps. Every muscle in our body has somewhere that it refers pain to. If we have a heart attack, well, you don't feel pain in the heart muscle. You get pain down your left arm or across your chest. So our quadricep muscles, the muscles of our upper thigh, we have 4 of them, hence the name quadricep, refers pain. So if you have issues with your quadriceps, trigger points, areas that are really tender in the muscle, you'll never feel it in the muscle. Very rarely will you actually feel it in the muscle itself. But your body is going to tell you that it has issues by giving you knee pain. So it doesn't mean that you don't have arthritis, but it's possible that half or more of the pain that you're experiencing in your knees is coming from something other than your arthritis. It could be coming from trigger points or tender spots in these muscles. And so it's so very important to start by working these muscles, rolling them, self-massaging. And so I have a really good video on how to roll your quads. Just click in the upper box to get the link to that video, and I'll explain entirely and walk you through all the description ways of rolling your quadriceps. Before you roll your quads, I want you to do a little experiment. I want you to do the next thing that's really important for your quadriceps, and that's keeping them flexible. When we sit, just the mere fact of sitting, you notice that there's a bend at the hip and a bend at the knee. That's keeping the quadricep muscle tight. And so we need to have the hip extended when we stretch our quadricep. So if you click on the link above, you will see a good description on how to stretch your quadricep. I want you to do the quadricep stretch. See how it feels. You'll probably feel some pulling in your knee. You probably won't love it. But then go back, roll your quads, and then repeat your quadricep stretch. Not only is it going to feel so much easier, but you're also going to go, wow, I just feel so much more flexible. I have less ache in my knee when I do it. So that's already showing you, wow, so much of what I was feeling when I was coming downstairs, where I was getting that pulling in the thigh, was actually coming because A, I had spots that were uncomfortable, but B, my muscle was tight. So you're already on your way there, and that's important to get the muscle feeling good, get your quadriceps more flexible before you move into strength exercises. Now, I know you don't want to do squats, and that's okay. We're not going to be doing squats directly because you want to start with exercises where you get a buy-in, where your muscles go, okay, I can contract, I can feel good, and I'm not irritating the knee. The knee's not yelling at you. So that's where you're going to start with some basic things like isometric quads. You're going to, if you click on this link, you're going to see description on how to do your short arc quads. It's an exercise that's often recommended for people pre and post-op knee replacement. So you'll be well equipped if ever you have to go down that route. But those are really nice ways of starting to strengthen your quadriceps. So now you've got ways to keep it happy every day with the massage, keep it flexible with the stretches, and then start building your strength. Now, that's not enough. So one thing that's really important is how you move. So if you're moving in a way that just keeps aggravating the muscles or keeps aggravating the joints, it's going to just be a vicious circle. You're going to be trying to help yourself, and you're just going to be undoing it by how you move. So, we're going back. I know you don't want to do squats, but every day, whether you like it or not, I know you're doing a squat just by virtue of getting on and off a toilet, getting up out of your bed, getting down onto a chair. All of those are squats. So if I come out of this chair and I bring my shoulders over near my knees, you'll notice how my knees and my feet stay the same distance apart. This, if I don't actually sit down, is a squat. It's nothing more than how you function all day long. However, so many of my clients that have knee pain, I've asked them to do 2 or 3 of these in a row, and already their knees start to come in towards one another, or they're actually doing them in this position. And that's because of weakness, often in the deep rotators of the hip. So if those deep rotators aren't strong enough, gradually your knees come in, and then the legs feel like they have the support of the other leg to come down, but really all you're doing is creating more imbalance and weakness in the hip itself. So that's where another exercise called the clamshell exercise becomes very important. So if you click on this link above, I walk you through how to progress through the clamshell exercise so that those muscles have the strength that they need and that you need to be able to get up out of a chair with good form, whether you're going up or whether you're going down, whether you're going up or down stairs, so that you don't continuously put weight on the inside of the knees. You might wonder, why is she so worried about putting weight on the inside of the knees? Well, the knee, unlike the hip and unlike the shoulder, is not a ball and socket. It's not supposed to be rotating. It's a hinge joint. And so as a hinge joint, it's really just supposed to be bending and straightening. It's not supposed to be rotating or side bending. And so when we do this, where the knees are coming in, there's so much more pressure on the inside of the knee that we are stressing the outer ligaments and the inner ligaments of the knee. We're putting an imbalance in the muscles of the thighs. And that's why, if you look at when people have knee replacements, they often won't do the entire knee, they'll do a partial knee replacement. They'll just replace the medial compartment of the knee. They're replacing the medial compartment of the knee because so many people end up doing this. And then they take it with them when they're walking, and with added weight to that, you could just imagine the wear and tear on the inside of the knee. Well, sure, it's going to hurt. Plus, on top of that, if you have the tender spots in the muscles, and if you have tight muscles and weak muscles, then it's just a big vicious circle. So start slow, work gradually at, taking care of the muscles, stretching your muscles, and then after you start strengthening all the right muscles, integrating all of that into how you move on a day in and day out. Because even if you do get a knee replacement, you're going to want to have all this ammunition so that your knees are still going to be happy. You're going to have new knees, but you don't want to be having new knees with old habits. So you want to have new habits for your new knees, or maybe you won't even need a knee replacement if you can create new habits where you're putting less wear and tear on your knees. So I truly hope that this helps you to be able to function better and to be able to do the things that you love to do. So I'm Margaret at Mueller Guide. If you found this video helpful, then please hit the subscribe button below. If you don't want to miss any future videos, the notification button is for that. And if you want more information about my books and my videos, just go down into the description box below. So thanks for joining me, and take good care.